Welcome students to your geography class. Today in this video our first topic is sugarcane cash crop. Sugarcane is one of the most important cash crop of India. It belongs to bamboo family, as you know it looks like bamboo. It is a main source of sugar. It is also used for fodder for the animal. It is a tropical crop grown in the Kharif season. Now, soil, what type of soil we need for sugarcane? Sugarcane can be grown in a variety of soil, but alluvial, clay, loamy is of Indo-Gangetic plain are ideal for the growth. In this, our next point is in this the acidic soil is not good for this sugarcane. Sugarcane exhausts the fertility of the soil quickly and extensively. Flat level plain or plateau region are ideal for sugarcane cultivation. Next, the requirement of the climate. What type of climate do we need for it? Sugarcane needs the average temperature 20 degrees centigrade to Celsius to 30 degree Celsius. Short, and dry winter season during the ripening and harvesting. Our next point is method. In this, there are two methods. First is your set and second is your retuning. Both are very important. Mostly the question comes on this. What is a set method? Set method, you can see the our mostly sugar cane is like this. This is a sugar cane, and it is cut. There is a partition in between, like this. Lines are there, and these are small roots. So it is cut from, and pieces are cut from the middle, and this piece like these pieces are sown again on in the ground. Again they are sown, out of which the plants again grow, and weeds are cleared. Weeds means the jungly plants and all that is cleared. The plant need enough moisture in the soil. So this is your set method. The cane is cut into several pieces at the joints, and this is known as set method. Next is ratoning. Ratoning means when during the cutting of this sugar cane, it is cut leaving the root intact, the soil. So the sugar cane is cut from the top and the roots are left inside only. It is not taken out totally from the soil, and the remaining that roots again grow into plant. Now advantages. What are the advantages? Advantage of rattoning is crops no need to plant again and again. Then ratoons have already shorter maturity time. It becomes mature in short time. The method does not involve any extra expenditure, hence it is cheaper also. And what are the advantages of the ratoning? Disadvantages are it decrease with the successive crop, hence only one or two ratoon crops are normally harvested. So we cannot always do every year we cannot do this method, only 1 or 2 years. So there are many type of disease also. You have to see this disease, what type of disease. Next is your processing is that after harvest, within 48 hours the sugar cane should reach to the sugar mill, otherwise it starts drying. That is why mostly sugar mills are near the sugar cane where it is grown. The sugar cane is ready for harvesting when the new leaves stop coming. When the new leaves stop coming, it means it is ready to harvest, and the leaves at the lower stem begin to grow yellow. So this was your sugar cane. Next, your area. Then comes your areas. The areas are given here. Now, one most very important question is there: sugarcane cultivation north area and south area. In the north area also it is grown, and it is also grown in the south area. In the northern plains, the temperature range from 20 Celsius to 30 Celsius. The fertile soil of the Indo-Gangetic plains with the relative High rainfall 120 to 150 centimeter provide ideal condition for growing sugarcane. Sugarcane cultivated in peninsular area. Though the area under sugarcane cultivation is less in the peninsular India, the yield per hectare is much higher. See, the area in the peninsular India is less for the cultivation of sugarcane, but in north it is more. But the yield is more in south side. So one this is also very much most important question. Why in the south the sugarcane is more, of sugarcane is more? Because in the south the climatic condition are ideal with in the absence of dew during the summer, with the reasonably high temperature and frost free winter, coupled with marine winds and the coastal areas. The black lava soil is very, with their high fertility and retentively, are most beneficial for the sugarcane crop. Better methods, manure and fertilizers are used for the cultivation. Now, next is what are the problems? Problems are also there. Sugarcane is a soil exhausting crop. It needs plenty of manure, water. It needs more manure, butter. Mills are away. Somewhere the mills are away. Hence the problem of transport. Low yield of sugarcane. Sometimes there's low yield of sugarcane. Efforts are being made to solve the problem through the introduction of the high yielding, early maturing, frost resistance and high source of content varieties of sugarcane, as well as by controlling the disease and pest with the harmful. High cost of production, price are fixed on the quantity and not on the quality. So this was the problems. Next question is beverage, that is your tea. In your syllabus coffee is not there, I think there's only tea. So let us study the types of tea. There are types of tea variety. There are mainly three types. First is black tea, green tea and oolong tea. Green tea and oolong tea are more popular in China, Japan, Taiwan. Black tea after drying is prepared in India, European countries and Western countries. Soil, what type of soil do we need? Tea blushes. Tea bush grows well in well drained. One of the mostly question comes on this: why the tea is grown in a slopy area? Because we grow this in the slopy areas, because standing water, if sometime it rains, the standing water is very harmful for the tea or coffee. Stagnant water is injurious to the root. In order to increase the yield, proper amount of nutritious fertilizers such as ammonia, sulfate should be added to the soil. It grows equally well in the valley if the drainage is good. So we need a good drainage, then only we can grow good tea. Next is the climatic season. 13 degrees Celsius to 35 degrees Celsius, temperature below 10 degree Celsius and above 35 degrees Celsius. Alternative cool and warm waves are very helpful for the tea. Therefore, tea is a shade loving plant and develops more vigorously when planted along. You see in the tree garden, mostly some trees are grown in the middle. Frost is not at all good for this tea. Now, what are the methods? First is your sowing method. There are two methods: transplant and clone. Transplant, tea garden are set up of cleared hills and slope where shade trees are planted in advance. Seeds are sown in the germination bed, and after 9 months slapping are transplanted to the garden. So like rice, it is first sown in one area, then again picked up from there and than grown in a garden. The garden is already weeded, so that tea bushes grow without any hindrance under the shade of trees. Clone planting, that is another method to use. It is to use cutting from good high yielding mother plant instead of seed. So in this we don't both sow the seeds from the plant, we grow the plant. This method is called clone plant. As a new plant also has a quality and the of the mother plant. So this was the two methods. Harvesting, first is picking of leaf. In this one question also mostly comes in exam, why the mostly ladies are given this job for picking, because the ladies have nimble their fingers and have this work is of patience. The answer is given in your uh, backside. Now comes your harvesting, plucking of leaves. Then pruning of the tea plant very essential because of this reason. The removal of the central stem encourages the quick development of the lateral branches, and periodically pruned does not allow the plant to grow more than above 40 centimeter. So they should be, and we should cut the plant from the top. Pruning is to cut the plant from the, why the pruning is done, so that the plant can grow well and can give a good yield also. Next is pruning also helps in growing a new shoot bearing soft leaves in plenty. If pruning is done, the cutting is done, we get soft leaves which is mostly picked up. The tea leaves are ready for plucking 3 4 years to about 3 to 4 years. Tea leaves plucking is a very skilled job and usually done by the women. Next is your, the skilled tea plucker can pluck the 50 kg of leaves per day. The women work their way along the tea bushes, plucking the tender leaves and tossing them into the basket. You must have seen a film in the TV or films how the ladies they pluck the leaves. The finest tea is obtained from the young shoot, comprising two leaves and the bud, known as fine plucking. So, if the question comes, what is fine plucking? It is given here. Two leaves and a bud is known as fine plucking. Next comes your processing. The process. What is the process? Processing. The black tea involves fine operation. Withering. The tea leaves are when green contain a lot of moisture. To remove the moisture, the leaves are separated over a sack and air is passed through them. After them, they become soft and sent to the rolling. Rolling gives a twist to the leaf, breaking of leaf cells, and the natural juice is exposed to the atmosphere for the fermentation and into set. This gives the characteristics to the and flavor to the tea. Then fermentation. After rolling, the leaves are spread out in a special tray on a cement table and fermentation. During this process, the tanning in the leaf and partly oxidized, and the tea of the leaf changes its color into copper red. So here in the fermentation, the leaves changes the color. Drying or fixing. After fermentation, the tea leaves are put on a cover belt and are passed through the oven at a very high temperature. Then sorting is done. Sorting, after drying, the leaves are sorted out in the various grades with the help of the shifter with a different size and meshes. After sorting, they are given a brand name. After the sorting, what they the brand name is given according to the tea. You can see the tea is of different colors. Green, it is green color also. Tea is in brown color also, and tea is in black color also, if you see the tea leaves. Then blending the plant is greatly affected by the type of climate it is grown in. Thus, by blending, the tea planters prepare their own brand to supply his customers on the basis of its flavor, color, and texture. Then packing, which is very important. The tea, as we see in the market, needs a lot of care while packing to the product flavor. Thus, generally, the plywood case with a lining of aluminium foil paper is used to keep the tea fresh and retain in a flavor. So if you go in the market to buy the tea, you can see the packing is done in different types. Some in foil paper, some in simply open is also kept, and this way. So decline in the tea price, less production of tea due to the power problem, labor problem, and finance crisis. Labor demand reduction in the number of laborers, sick industries. The number of tea gardens have got sick due to the lack of infrastructure and modernization and efficient management. No prop, no proper storage. So there's to keep the tea, to store the tea, there's no proper storage. Then again the pest problem. So next areas are given here. You can read the areas. Then next last point is the importance of the tea in India. What is important in India? The large production of tea in India is the largest producer of the tea in the world. Since it is a labor intensive industry, it provides employment. In this industry, both men and women are employed, as women are temporarily temperamentally suited to the job, and men take care of loading, unloading, and packing. It earns a lot of foreign exchange for the country. So this was your tea, sugar cane and tea. So coffee is not in your syllabus. So students, please read the chapter thoroughly, because these chapters are reading only. The questions will come from in between the chapters, and the self study is given. Read, please learn these question answers also. Self study, mostly the question comes out from the self study. So all the best, take care.